Hi everybody, this is Sunko. The Korean bro comes back. Today is 2022, February 17, right? Today is Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday night. Um, um, Nothing's new today. I'm just gonna read articles just like the rest of the days. Let's look at the trend of U.S. stock market today. Okay. Mm. Yahoo Finance and Market Beat. Okay, what do we have tonight? How to protect your spending power from inflation. Hey, wow. Offshore holdings went up by 35%. What happened here? 35%. Wow. Here's the most important number in Upstart's earnings report. Wow. Quarter four earnings, home builder confidence continues to fall. 3 reasons to buy Upstart for 22 and beyond. Wow. 35%. Wow. If you're in my line of work, you quickly start to roll your eyes every time you see a business claim that it's reinvented the wheel with artificial intelligence. If you are in my line of work, you quickly start to roll your eyes every time you see a business claim that it's reinvented the wheel with artificial intelligence. Following another blowout quarter, nobody's rolling their eyes. Upstart uses artificial intelligence to measure credit risk, but it generally doesn't make loans itself. The stock shot up recently in response to a glowing fourth quarter earnings report and a plan to begin share buybacks. At the moment, Upstart is expanding its operation from the limited personal loan space to include the enormous market for auto loans. Motley Fool issues rare awe-and-buy alert. If you're in my line of where you quickly start to roll your eyes every time you see a business climb, that it's reinvented the wheel with artificial intelligence. Following our blowout quarter, nobody's rolling their eyes at Upshot. It's AI-fueled lending platform. In fact, if you are looking for a great fintech stock to buy right now, you will have a hard time finding a better option than Upstart. So now the author says this is one of fintech companies that you have to consider. Here are 3 important reasons. It's not a lender. It blasted past expectations, the tip of the iceberg. Okay, let's see. If a Quiznos with alternative lending products like a firm's buy now, pay later model, and the losses it produced caused you to overlook Upshot in the past, I have good news. Upshot doesn't actually lend anyone money. Instead, lenders pay Upstart to evaluate consumer credit risk based on more data than an old-fashioned FICO score. The 3-digit FICO score is becoming less important by the minute, thanks in large part to Upstart. Over the past 3 months, 3 more lenders on Upstart's platform stopped requiring a minimum FICO score, raising the total to 7. Banks must be over the moon with Upstart's ability to find credit-worthy borrowers who would have slipped through the cracks. The company didn't just meet the expectations of Wall Street analysts who followed the company. It blew right past those expectations when it reported fourth quarter results after the market closed on Tuesday. It blasted past expectations. Upstart reported adjusted earnings during the last 3 months of 2021. They came in the tip of the iceberg. Upstart is well established in the market for personal loans, but this space is tiny compared to the enormous market for automotive lending. There's more than $1 trillion in outstanding car loan debt in the US, and more than $600 billion worth of new auto loans are created annually. Last spring, Upstart acquired a provider of cloud based automotive retail software, and this year the company is putting it to work. During the last 3 months of 2021, Upstart began applying the techniques that made it a champion of the personal loan space to auto lending. Hmm. This year, the company will test the waters with $1.5 billion worth of auto loans financed from its own balance sheet. Upstart's still trading way below the peak it reached last year, but it isn't exactly cheap. At the moment, you can buy the stock for around 64 times forward earnings expectations. It's obvious that it went up really, really high. Mm, wow. Hmm. Okay. Okay, anyway, stock futures point lower open, inflation be damned. Consumers are shopping their way. Walmart forecast full year profit above expectations. US probes Tesla vehicles over unexpected braking. Is Rivian stock a buy as billionaires, investors, and top pension funds invest? JP Morgan says buy these two stocks as they are oversold. Billionaire Ray Dalio places bet on three strong buy stocks. ARK Invest stocks to buy and watch 7 stocks Kathy Woods or ETF own. Palantir plunges after earnings outlook spook investors. 21 stocks that will profit from raising interest rates. Palantir stock falls as earnings miss. Uh, Zuckerberg makes big change at Facebook. It's funny and ridiculous. The property loan. What's with the surge in mortgage rates? U.S. stocks Wall Street set to bounce on signs of easing Russia-Ukraine tensions. Nvidia can't catch a break. The stock is falling, but it's still a buy. Buffett business partner Manga laments US-China tensions, calls crypto venereal disease. Cisco raises annual earnings forecast, announces $15 billion in share buybacks. Google launches app blocking software on Android phones and privacy crackdown. These are the best stocks for when interest rate raise. Cisco stock jumps on strong earnings and a growing buyback. Cisco, okay. Hmm. Let's look at profile of Cisco. In total, 79,500 employees are working in this company. Its headquarters is located at San Jose, San Francisco. Uh, Cisco Systems manufactures and sells Internet Protocol-based networking and other products related to the communications and information technology industry in the Americas, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, the Asia Pacific, Japan, China. It provides infrastructure platforms, including networking technology, of switching, routing, wireless, and data center products that are designed to work together to deliver networking capabilities and transport and store data. The company also offers collaboration products comprising unified communications, Cisco telepresence, and conferencing, as well as the Internet of Things and analytic software. In addition, it provides security products such as network security, cloud and email security, identity and access management, advanced threat protection. Uh, the company sells its products and services directly, as well as through systems integration services, service providers, other resellers, and distributors. Cisco Systems has strategic alliances with other companies. Cisco Systems was incorporated in 1984 and is headquartered in San Jose, California. Mark Zuckerberg has found a new name for his workers and a new motto. Wants to completely cut off all ties between Facebook, Get Meta Platforms, Inc., Class, a report, and the controversies that have marked the daily life of the social media giant over the past 5 years. This attempt at purification began last October when he changed Facebook's name to Meta and imposed the concept of metaverse in conversations and business circles.
Imagine is possible.
The strategy took a new step this week. Zuckerberg now wants Facebook employees to be called Metamates. Farewell, Facebookers, then. Metamates me is about being good stewards of our company mission. Zuckerberg announced on Tuesday. It's about the sense of responsibility we have for our collective success and to each other as teammates. It's about taking care of our company and each other. The company's new motto becomes Meta Mates Me. Other changes have also been made, as tech reporter Alex Health explained on Twitter. Move fast is becoming move fast together. Be bold replaced with build awesome things. Focus on long term impact is a new one. The timing of announcement is interesting. It is made after the announcement of disastrous results in the fourth quarter, which caused a fall in Meta on the stock market. The stock market valuation of the giant of social media had melted by more than $237 billion this session following the representation of the results. Should you buy Rivian stock as big pension funds rolled out the first all-electric picnic pickup truck, the R1T, on September 14? On November 9, the much-anticipated Rivian IPO priced is strong. Post-IPO expansion. Rivian announced December 16 that it will open a vehicle assembly and battery plant near Atlanta. The $5 billion project is slated to break ground in the coming months. Rivian currently assembles battery packs at its site in Arvin, Calif. Next, Rivian plans to open a plant in Europe to start building vehicles by the end of 2023. A site in the UK is also possible, as well as locations in continental Europe. Hmm. Biotech Corporation. Last up on our list of daily packs is Legend Biotech, a clinical stage biopharma company working on a new cell therapies for a range of hematological and solid tumor cancers. Nothing really captures my attention. Palantir plunges after earnings, Alex spooked investors. Palantir Technologies shares tumbled in New York after the data software company announced earnings that illustrated continued lack of profits, despite showing an operating margin forecast to improve slightly during this year. Most read from Bloomberg. The stock fell as much as 11% during pre-market trading on Thursday. Palantir shares have lost almost half their value over the past 12 months. Palantir. Wow, wow, wow. Its revenue is increasing, but its earning is decreasing rapidly. Hmm. What does this company do? Palantir Technologies. Its employees 2,733. Software infrastructure. Its headquarters is Denver and Palantir.com. Foundational software tomorrow, delivered today. We build software that empowers organizations to effectively integrate their data decisions and operations. Generating alpha amidst continued disruptions. We're entering an era of continuous disruption. In this context, the Palantir recognizes our customers' existential need to utilize software to generate competitive advantage or alpha. Everyone else will find themselves in a perpetual game of catch up. We've advanced beyond incremental efficiencies to bring intelligence to the core of everything that matters most to your enterprise. Apollo platforms, what makes Palantir platforms powerful, value, decision advantage across your organization, full stack, integral, interoperability, multi-layer security, and data privacy. Then the deploy software platforms for the intelligence community in the United States to assist in counterterrorism investigations and operations. The company provides Palantir Gotham, a software platform for government operatives in the defense intelligence sectors, which enables users to identify patterns hidden deep within data sets, ranging from signals intelligence source to reports from confidential information, as well as facilitates the handoff between analysts and operational users, helping operators plan and execute real-world response to threats that have been identified within the platform. It also offers Palantir's Foundry, a platform that transforms the ways organizations operate by creating a central operating system for their data. We need to work on your Palantir Chief Operating Officer Sham Sankar said during an interview with Bloomberg. The region needed to reopen from COVID-19 restrictions, he added. Said he expects to add about 175 salespeople this year, with many focusing on European commercial clients. Palantir said it will deliver 23% adjusted operating margin. When it comes to supporting the defense of the United States. Okay, Palantir. Tesla faces another U.S. investigation expected breaking. Greek firm protests are a sign of Europe's inflation anxiety. G20 finance leaders eyes ways to support pandemic recovery. Buy Kraft Heinz before the analysts start upgrading the stock. Qualtrics International stock is an EMS play. After 2 years of pandemic losses, record profits for Airbus. Walmart reports strong fourth quarter results defying inflation. Despite high inflation, Turkey keeps interest rate unchanged. Airbus delivers most planes last year to post record income. Roblox maybe. Haverty Furniture Company is one comfortable dividend growth stock. 3 Warren Buffett stocks to buy now. 3 armor-bearing defensive stocks to lean on during tough times. 3 dependable dog show to buy now. 2 tremendous travel stocks to buy now. Let's read articles about Cisco since my main work has got to do with Cisco. What I do at the company is related to Cisco because we use a device built by Cisco, and its connected device will be displayed at WNC, MWC. Cisco stock jumps on strong earnings and a growing buyback. Cisco Systems shares are trading higher after the company posted better than expected results for its financial second quarter ended in January. The networking hardware and software giant posted revenue of $12.7 billion, up 6% from a year ago, and towards the high end of the company's guidance range, which called for a growth of 4.5% to 6.5%. Heading into the quarter, analysts worried that guidance could disappoint given ongoing supply constraints, but a solid outlook for the April quarter and a higher forecast for full year profits seem to be buoying the shares. Cisco CFO Scott Heron said in an interview with Barron's that the conditions in the quarter neither improved nor worsened. Cisco continues to see particularly strong demand for networking gear used by web-scale cloud computing platforms. Heron says orders from that group were up 70% in the quarter and more than 100% on a trailing 12 months basis. He said orders from the cable sectors were flattish, but that orders from telcos were very strong. After 2 years of pandemic losses, record profit for Airbus. Airbus booked a record profit of 4.2 billion euros last year as the aircraft maker delivered more planes, with the global economy rebounding from the coronavirus pandemic. Uh, so basically, here it says since coronavirus pandemic, I moved 2 days in a row. I did YouTube live last night, and you were there, and today again. Hmm. What a blessing! A blessing is it? I was talking about the the value of Airbus. Uh, I was reading the article about a record profit for Airbus, and I was in the middle of it. I'm going to read this in detail and see what he says. Okay. Um, Airbus delivered 611 commercial aircraft in 2021, up from 566 the year before. It's an important source of cash for aircraft manufacturers, driving revenue of 52.1 billion euros for Airbus last year. It is the first annual profit for the Toulouse, French manufacturer since 2018, before the spread of COVID-19 reduced air travel to levels not seen since before the jet era. The company expects to carry that momentum through 2022, forecasting Thursday that it will deliver 720 commercial aircraft this year. 2021 was a year of transition, where our attention shifted from navigating the pandemic towards recovery and growth. And accentuating that point, Fori said Airbus plans to reintroduce a dividend of 1.50 euro per share, its first in 2 years. Hmm. It's something that I've never paid attention to. I mean, I know what's going on with travel industry, but I've never paid attention to the industry in terms of Airbus. But here it says post record income of Airbus, uh, which is something that I have to look into because obviously its income is increasing rapidly. Mm. Hmm. I'll be reading articles in Yahoo Finance instead of looking at in MarketBit because there are a lot of articles that I cannot read. You know, unless I subscribe to certain sites, I cannot read articles. So, well, like I said earlier, the surprising thing of stock market today is upward trend of Upstart Holdings. It went up by 35%, which is huge, huge. Because I mean, compared to the price trend of other companies, 35% is a crazy number, right? So anyway, it was on one of my portfolio, but unfortunately, I didn't put my money into it. But it's okay. I'm just taking my time, uh, looking for opportunity. Okay. Uh, let's look at some of the other companies too. We've got Altrix. It went up by 11%. Mm. And what else do we have? Airgain went up by 0.21%. Hmm. Roblox went down by 26%. What's up with Roblox? Wow, 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 wow. Well, its revenue is increasing, but its earnings uh is also decreasing. Okay, here's the explanation. Why Metaverse stock Roblox crashed on Wednesday. Roblox is a gaming company that's known for developing open platforms where players can create their own worlds, interact with others. Roblox was the first major company working on the metaverse to go public, and the stock began trading on the public markets last March. But today shares plummeted, hmm, well below its $64.50. Uh, Jeffrey's analyst Andrew wrote in a note to clients that once stuck inside, kids and teens are now spending workdays off their devices and out in the real world. Once stuck inside, kids and teens are now spending weekdays off their devices and out in the real world. The big picture monetization metrics were disappointing and questioned if declining growth and engagement trends are transitory or a sign of larger issues for the tech stock. Hmm. Huge decrease from Roblox. Okay. Ultra stock pop today. Here's why. Okay, let's see. The company outpaced Wall Street expectation in the fourth quarter. What happened? Shares of Alteryx, a data analytics platform company, spiked today after the company reported fourth quarter results late yesterday. They were better than expected. So what? Alteryx reported fourth quarter sales of $173.8 million, up 8% from the year ago quarter, beating analyst consensus estimate of $166.1 million for the quarter. Investors were clearly happy with the company's financial results today, and there were a few other highlights that they may have been pleased with as well. These include Ultras achieving a dollar-based net expansion rate of 119% in the fourth quarter, as well as the company's customer count jumping by 12%. Ultrix. Hmm. 3% minus Palette Interactive. Hmm. Zoom Video Communications is down by 5%. DocuSign minus 4%. Roku minus 3%. Shopify is down by 16%. Oh my god, 16%. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. 16% down. What a mess. What a mess. Uh, Wow, 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 wow. Pandemic premium is gone. Shopify software service is back to pre-pandemic levels for e-commerce company as growth slows down. Optimism is back to pre-pandemic levels for the e-commerce company as growth slows down. Shopify's growth slowed in 2021 and it will slow even further this year as pandemic tailwinds vanish. Heavy investments will likely knock down the bottom line. Shopify's valuation is now back to pre-pandemic levels. Hmm. Wow, wow. Shopify software and services help people and business sell things online. When businesses were forced to embrace e-commerce in the early days of the pandemic, Shopify was the path of least resistance and quickly became the default choice. Revenue soared 86% for Shopify in 2020, and that momentum continued throughout much of 2021. The stock followed suit until recently. Between the start of 2020 and mid-November 2021, Shopify stock more than quadrupled. Revenue growth was part of the equation, but so was multiple expansion. Shopify was a pricey stock before the pandemic, trading around 30 times annual sales. At its peak, Shopify was trading hands at 60 times annual sales. Shares of Shopify's have been tumbling since late last year, and the company's fourth quarter report on Wednesday triggered a massive sell-off. Hmm. No more pandemic tailwinds. The Shopify buy, there's no question that Shopify has become a dominant force in the e-commerce market. But price matters. Shopify is at 60 times sales is an entirely different investment compared to Shopify at 20 times sales. And Shopify at 20 times sales is an entirely different investment compared to Shopify at say 10 times sales. If Shopify can only muster annual revenue growth between 20% and 30% for the foreseeable future, and if profits plunge as hiring ramps up, is paying 20 times sales reasonable in a world where inflation is running hot and even the most boring companies can post solid growth due to higher prices? Probably not. Hmm. What's up with Roku? Roku is down by 4% too. Hmm. Let's look at some of the other companies. Hmm. PayPal Holdings is down by 4%. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Etsy, three supercharged growth that with 126% to 248% upside according to Wall Street. Whether you realize it or not, if select analysts are correct, these rapidly growing companies could bounce back big time. The first up is e-commerce platform Etsy, which has grown its sales from around $600 million in 2018 to an expected $2.3 billion in 2021. According to Nicholas Jones of Citigroup, Etsy has the potential to reach $320 a share, which would represent upside of up to 126% over the coming year. Hmm. If there's a prevailing concern about the company, it's undoubtedly what growth might look like after the pandemic ends. Etsy does a fantastic job of personalizing its platform. Consumers have continually spent more online over the past decade. It's effectively converting casual shoppers into habitual buyers. Roku, Novavax, three supercharged growth stocks with 126% to 248% upside, according to Wall Street. Okay, this is it for today, and okay, one last article, and I'm done. Okay, one last article. Okay, no, this is it. This is it for today, and I'll be seeing you guys on weekend or after weekend. Okay, bye bye.